Hello, welcome to Mama Family's Circle, my very own metaphysical channel for the youth. We talk about everything your parents can't, your parents won't, your parents don't understand, or the topics that make your parents confused. Here on Mama's Family Circle Metaphysical Channel. Hi, I am your host, Ish. You can call me Mama SHEBA. And I'm coming to you from Mama's Family Circle Kids. We're a safe place. Hi. Today we will be speaking about being aware, or some people will call it to beware. Today has been raining crazily, but I felt like doing a episode for the kids channel today, despite the fact that there isn't too much sun out here. But if you don't know what metaphysical is, if you're a kid who wonders about spirituality outside of religion, if you're a kid who thinks about ghosts and ancestors, if you're a kid who looks at different stuff, reads different stuff, talks about different stuff, then you're definitely a metaphysical kid. And I started this channel specifically for the youth and the kids to start them on their journey of the metaphysical truths of life. Now, the title of this episode is Beware Kids, Beware, or Be Aware. It depends on what spectrum of emotion you're looking at it. You're either being aware or you're bewaring of many things. Now, this world started off on a lie, a complete lie. So as a mother, I share metaphysical truths about my son, and they're lying to you guys. The church, the schools, they're all lying to you. You have to know, as a metaphysical kid who has metaphysical parents, this whole universe started from darkness, started from black. And within this blackness, it was called chaos. And then a beautiful sunshine ray of light entered this chaos and caused a sonic explosion, what some people call the Big Bang Theory. And this is how the galaxies started off. But in science, they say there's only one galaxy, but metaphysical people know that there's more than one galaxies. There's an abundant array of different perceptions of galaxies, and that's what defines the universe. The universe is defined as forever constant, forever growing, no end, eternally, constantly growing and expanding. And energy, what we're truly made of, is made up of the same energy. Now, this big lie started with a small clan that started doing bioengineering experiments of bloodletting on each other. I don't know who thought of the bright idea, but in my opinion, the bright idea was thought by an extraterrestrial that basically talked a human more into start participating in bioengineering bloodletting experiments. And this is what made the European race. The European race started off as Moors like me, dark skin, full of secret knowledge, living life abundantly. But the clan who started bloodletting themselves, which is considered the pale-face clan, or the Europeans, or the whites, however you want to call it, because when they left, they migrated and separated. But this kicked out small tribe of the Moor nation was sent off to Europe. And you have to know that Europe back in that time was very desolate. It was only full of mountains. It was cold. It wasn't prosperous at all. It wasn't prosperous at all. And within not being prosperous, they separated, migrated, moved out, made their own clans, and then they were introduced to another set of extraterrestrial beings that are not from this third dimensional realm. And they made, I guess you can call it, a deal with the devil, because they were so poor and desolate. Back in Europa, which is called an African Queen, it's now called Europe, it was desolate. And when they made a deal with an extraterrestrial, they made a deal with the devil and accumulated wealth through very sneaky and nasty means. And this is when the groups of the pale face separated from each other and created other tribes. This is why we have different nations. We're all one people. We're all more. But people migrate. They move. They expand. They branch out. And they make their own doctrines. And this is how the third dimensional world was created. And these different doctrines were created. And more secrets were slowly being torn apart and separated and used to their own advantage. This is where all the different religions come in. This is where all the different nations, Haitian, Jamaican, Americans, African, whites, blacks, Russians, all started off from Africa, where they branched out into different areas and started their own belief systems. And that's what the third dimensional realm became all about. It became all about their own sects, their own groups, their own secret society manipulations of what they felt you should know. Now, keep in mind, as these groups separated and branched out, there are head families in each of that tribe, and only the head families knew the secret society information. So they only shared with the population what they wanted to share in each tribal set. Okay? And again, what religion does is they keep control of the masses, like churches and schools and things of that nature. It's starting to rain. Hopefully I can complete this before the rain completely continues. I may have to stop it, and if I stop it, then look for part 2. But religion and the nations and the beliefs are all set up to keep the consensus population in check. And they do very sneaky things. Every religion does it, and I hate it. Every religion promotes secret society information, but at the same time, what they do is they only share with you what they want you to know. They only give you information that'll keep you shackled, that'll keep your children shackled. And until you start teaching yourselves, because they're not going to teach you this, guys. As a metaphysical kid, you have to start teaching yourself, okay? Fast forward, rewind as much as you want if you get bored. But this information I'm giving you, all of it is important. And I want to make sure that you understand fully, as a metaphysical kid, as a spiritual kid, what you're dealing with and where you're from. So know that the churches subconsciously feeds you lies through the habits of secret society truth. I'll give you one example. The church. An example of how the church is very deceiving. 1, the church says sexuality is bad. 2, you go to a feminine shaped, which is connected to metaphysics, which is connected to numerology, which is connected to astrology, which is connected to knowing about spirit and knowing about self and knowing about how the universe continually expands and there's no beginning and there's no end. Once you know these, then you realize, oh, the church is a feminine, knowing that you're using sacred geometry, because that's what the religions are doing. They use sacred geometry. You're in a feminine shaped building. They tell you that you're drinking the blood of a white man with long curly hair, when in all actuality, secret society wise, you are drinking the blood of a menstrual woman. Because truth be told, secret society truth number 1. Secret society truth number 1. Secret society truth number 1. Woman was first. The deity of woman was first. Within the deity of woman then came the gods of many different species and things of that nature. But secret society truth is female came first. I pray to a god. And I promise I'm not going to stay long-winded, you guys. I know this is a kid station, but you need to know the basics. The blood you're drinking is from a woman, because the woman can make a baby. The woman has menstrual cycles. Okay? So this blood you're drinking is actually secret society woman deity blood. Not the blood of a white man who died for you on a cross. The story of the white man with the curly hair that died for you on a cross is a lie to keep you trapped, to keep you focusing on things you shouldn't be focusing on, like a job, money, getting a girlfriend, getting dick, getting pussy, whatever. If you're not focusing on self and making your mental third mind stronger, then you're not a meta kid. You're not a spiritual kid. You're not a metaphysical kid. Because you're wondering about spirits. You're wondering about ghosts. You're wondering about magic as a metaphysical kid. You're wondering about what a demon is. You're wondering about what a shadow person is. You know what I'm saying? And all these things exist. You're wondering about what these animal deities are, who these ancestors are. These are all real things that live on different dimensions of vibrational being. And they lie to you and tell you that Jesus Christ is a white guy with curly hair. Jesus Christ is not a white guy with curly hair. Jesus Christ is a state of being. And once you know how to look at the Bible, then you can utilize the Bible to its best advantage. Jesus Christ is not a person. It's a state of being. It's a state of focus that you should be having within your internal self. If you're upset, if you're mad, if you're angry, if you're too emotional, you're getting caught up on the ego side, the flesh side, the human body side of your life, the feeling good side of your life. You got to focus on self. That's key. There are many types of female deities. So you're like, Ish, Mama Sheba, what type of deities are there out there? Well, there's Ishtar, who I believe is a Mesopotamian. Don't quote me on it. Ishtar is a Mesopotamian female god. We also have deities like Bas, which is an anthropomorphic deity from the Egyptian time. And these anthropomorphic deities are a mixture of animal and human, which is basically animal energy and human energy coming one and being completely balanced. You have to understand as a metaphysical kid that religion and everything is based on secret society truth. And that's information that is based on paganistic ways. They tell you in stories and in TV that pagan way of life is a bad life. But that's where they're getting the information to program you, all the lies they tell you. Don't believe the hype. Pagan is not bad. That is the root of how we dealt with our lives before the pale face, kicked out tribe of the Moors started running things, which some people refer to them as whites. There's also Mut, who's an Egyptian female god. There's also Mami Wati. Mami Wati is an African female deity that is half mermaid and half black woman. And her animal guide is a snake, and you'll see her in pictures of with a snake wrapped around her, because she the snake energy is also considered the Kundalini energy, which is the sexual energy, which once you control the sexual energy side of you, you become a very powerful person. If you're just having sex all willy-nilly with a whole bunch of people you don't care about, you're not a metaphysical kid, because all metaphysical kids know that who you have sex with is very important. And if you can't just have sex with anybody, because if you have sex with someone who thinks nothing but bad thoughts, a piece of that energy from that person when you have sex with them is going to come into you. Be very careful, my metaphysical boys and girls, to watch out who you have sex with, because energy is important, and you don't mix your energy with just anybody. Also, there are other gods like Indian gods, Lakshmi, which is the goddess of abundance and money, and Shanti, which is another god. I believe it's another way of saying Lakshmi, Shanti. Don't quote me. Also, in the Greek mythology, there is a female goddess called Aphrodite. Aphrodite was a mythological goddess, but again, I'm telling you guys, Greeks didn't steal, but they paid good money from the sovereign Moors, from our ancestors, good money to share with them secret society knowledge. So know that these stories that they tell you in school about mythology, about the gods and the goddesses, about Zeus, about all of them, about Aphrodite, about Venus de Milo, about Zeus and Hera. These are all truths that were based on metaphysical information. Also, so know that there is another Sumerian goddess called Inanna. Inanna, you know, the best way I can connect you with Inanna is sometimes entertainers connect with certain gods and goddesses. And the entertainer Rihanna connects with Inanna. I believe she allows a female goddess energy to enter her when she performs, because that song, oh Nana, what's your name? Oh Nana, what's your name? Oh Nana, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? She's calling upon that god Inanna, which is a female deity. I'm not sure what type of deity, but she's a female deity that she calls upon for her performances. So know that these deities are real, and know that they're there, and know that they're keeping this secret from you. So beware, my little boys and girls, of metaphysical truths. Beware of the lies that this world tells you. They're gonna lie and tell you that sexuality is bad. Sexuality is good if you learn to control it. Sexuality is good if you learn to control it. Sexuality is good if you learn to control it. You just can't be having sex all willy-nilly. Sex is something you share with someone important and someone you want to share your energy with. Don't be sharing your energies with just anybody. You share with a negative energy like Cancer. That little piece of negative energy, when you have sex with them, will go into you, and then you will be a little negative because of that person. Be careful who you spend time with. Be careful who you kiss. Be careful who you hug. Be careful who you love. Be careful who you give your time to. Because as a metaphysical kid, if you're not careful, someone can really destroy your life with their negative energy. Okay. Now, you're telling to me, Mama Sheba, what are the different types of negative energies? What are the different types of lies that they tell us about this world? Lie number one, church. They try to lock up your sexual energy. They also try to say that Kundalini, which is the balance of the inner, is off. They also try to tell you that sex magic is bad. Magic is good if you're performing light magic. Magic can also be good if you're performing dark magic. It depends on why you're doing what you're doing. But know that if you make good decisions on magic, on Kundalini, on sexuality, you can live a happy metaphysical life of truth. It's when you start abusing these things is when it becomes bad. Another programming lie. Again, I have the best way example I can show you about programming is the movie The Matrix 1, 2, 3, and 4. When they say life is a program, they're talking about all the stuff that's around you. Church is trying to keep you sexually locked down. The hospitals are trying to keep you sick and locked down. The TVs are trying to get you to spend the little bit of money you make, and the lies perpetuated, locked down. The job is trying to get you from not thinking about making yourself better, but trying to get money. And when you're focused on getting money instead of making yourself better, you are looking outside of metaphysical truth, which is making yourself better. A spiritual kid, his number one priority, or the number one priority for a spiritual girl, is focusing on you and making you better no matter what. Also know that books and internet are being used to make you worse. If you abuse these things, they make you worse. Books can make you better. Internet can make you better if you make the right decisions. Know that these lies and these programmings are set up to knock you down. So, if I have one thing to say to you guys before I end this quick video on beware or be aware of the lies of this world. I need to let you know that you are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual being having a flesh human experience. A flesh human experience. You know where your spiritual being is? It's right here in your heart. It's mixed with the memories. It's mixed with the spirituality. It's mixed with the feeling of love, hate, ecstasy, and bliss. It's mixed with magnetic and electromagnetic energy. It's fixed with it's fit with the beating heart of synergy. What you can't feel, what you could feel it. What you can't see, what you can't touch is most important. Keep your spirit pure. Keep it happy. Keep it focused. Keep it positive. Keep confusion at its distance. Keep your confusion at its distance. If you're a kid and you're ever confused and you don't know what to do, even if you're adult and you're confused and you don't know what to do, here is a practice that you need to do to help calm down the mind chatter of confusion. You do this and say very loudly, just like I'm going to do it. Example. Shut up, 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 shut up. And then you breathe deeply. You yell at those thoughts. You tell those thoughts to shut up. Whenever you get stressed, whenever you get worried, whenever you get tired, wherever you get confused, you yell out loud and make those voices be quiet, because those voices are just energies and your ancestors and spirits and ghosts that are connected to you. You are connected to several interdimensional beings, and sometimes they all want to talk at once and be confusing. The best way to quiet your chatter in your mind is yell out loud as you can. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And then you stop, and then you breathe in, down from your base, and you bring up the air to your nose, and then you breathe out through your nose or through your mouth. Then you breathe again in from the base of your pelvic area and bring the air up. Then you hold it. Then you hold it. Then you hold it. And then you release the air out. And then you say a magic sound. Some people call it power sounds. And the power sound, my metaphysical kids, I'm giving you for free today is like this. Hold it in your third eye. Start the energy from the bottom. Work the energy up to your third eye and have the sound resonate. And only focus on that sound. And I promise you, my meta kids, I promise you, the extra noise and chatter will stop. I promise you, you get too stressed, you get too angry, you get too volatile, you get too confused, you get full of anxiety. Do what I just told you. Yell at yourself and say, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Take 3 deep breaths in and out from the bottom of your kundalini. Then don't shout, but powerfully say your power sound, which is based from a Chinese way of thinking and feeling. And I promise you, you will be calm. And that's a little secret on how to stop confusion. What I told you right there was a magic spell. And the TV says it's bad. What I just shared with you is a power spell, a magic spell, and a mantra. And the TV and everything else says that's bad. Don't believe the lies the TV tells you. Don't believe the lies the church tell you. Because the church mean well, but it's based on covering up the truth. To the point where your parents don't even know that they're being lied to. Your parents mean well, but they don't even know that they're being lied to you. And another secret society, secret number 2. Secret society, secret number 2 for all my metaphysical boys and girls. Your parents are going to piss you off and get you upset. They mean well. The focus on life is to love your parents no matter how many mistakes they do to you, because they're going to do a lot of mistakes with you because they're not perfect. Your parents are not perfect. What makes you a metaphysical kid, what makes you a spiritual kid is trying your best to stay calm and loving your parents through their mistakes, because they're going to do a lot of mistakes, because they're human and they make mistakes. They're not perfect. So know that your parents will make mistakes, and it's up to you as a metaphysical kid to stay calm, to stay focused, and to love your parents no matter what. Is to love your parents no matter what. So I've told you plenty to share you information about what to beware about how to prepare yourself and how to change your energy from angry to positive. And know that continuing to study is key. This is the third and final secret society secret that I'm going to share with you today in this video chat of being aware, to beware. The third secret society secret I'm sharing with you is continue to study whatever you want to study. It doesn't have to be school studies. It could be metaphysical studies. It could be studying about spirits, studying about God. Continue your due diligence of study, because when studying stops, growth stops. And when growth stops, you've stopped living your life as a spiritual being. As a spiritual being, you are continuously learning and getting better and becoming more mentally focused. When you stop studying, you stop growing. When you stop growing, you're stagnated. When you're stagnated, there's no love. When there's no love, there's sadness. When there's sadness, there's confusion. When there's confusion, there's chaos. When there's confusion, there's chaos. I want to thank you guys for watching today, my little boys, my little girls of metaphysical moms and dads. Thanks for listening to my chat called Beware, or Be Aware. Beware, kids. There's a lot of lies out there. You have to search for the truth. You have to search for the truth. Nobody's going to tell you the truth. They're only going to tell you lies. You have to search for the truth. Find it. Hold on to it. And never, ever, ever forget it. My name is Mama Sheba, and thanks for listening to Mama's Family Circle Metaphysical Channel for Kids. Bye.